Okay, guys, how are you? Happy Monday. Happy Monday to everybody. I hope you can hear me clearly. I'm going live now. Okay, guys, how are you? Okay, awesome. So, welcome today. Today it is Monday, the 29th of July. We have just over 2.5 weeks left until the end of the $99 promo, right? And then the introduction of titanium. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to hit you with this strategy to go IMD. This is a session I taught in Europe last week and the week before in France and Cyprus. And this is a session that I do with my team and I have for a number of years. Now, what we're going to talk about in the next half an hour is mainly about goal setting and what strategy that you need to implement to your team. So this really applies also to senior reps and above and the things that you should be doing to your team. So, having a goal, a day without a goal is a poor day, right? So you know what it's like when you want to lose weight, you want to quit smoking, you want to, have a better lifestyle, then you need to set actionable goals, right? And that's what we're going to talk to today, because if you do these things every day towards your long-term goal, you will definitely achieve whatever rank that it is you want to do, right? But the first thing you need to do is you've got to make a decision, right? You've got to make a decision to go all in. Now, when I mean all in, some of you have decided that you want to quit your job, you want to make more money, right? You need to understand why you've joined World Ventures, right? And it all comes down to belief. You need to have belief in the company. Know that the company that we've got and that we work with and that we do business with has been going for 14 years. We've won the World Travel Awards for 7 years running. We are the best in the business and we definitely have the deal. So you need to understand and believe in that, believe and have faith in the visionary Wayne Nugent and the corporate staff and the leaders. The next thing you need to do is you need to believe in the product, right? You need to believe in dream trips, in dream breaks, in the DTL, which is the local restaurants where you can earn points, right? In the flights, in the hotels, in our online travel agent, right? You need to believe in the product. The best way to have belief in the product is to actually use the product. So some of you may have been in for a year or so and haven't even gone to a restaurant to earn points, right? So it makes it very difficult for you to have the confidence to be able to come up and share this with people. So belief in the company, belief in the product, and more importantly, belief in yourself, right? You need to learn the skills and the tools that we have in the back office, under the resources, under Oceana, right? And know that you can do this, right? If you are coachable and teachable and you plug into the system and you attend the trainings, right, then this will give you more self-confidence. It will give you more belief, and then you'll be completely unstoppable. And once you have those things in place, then all you've got to do, guys, is you just need to take action, right? So taking massive action is what's going to do it. Many of you are sort of still sitting there wondering what you should do. You know that you should invite, right? But at the moment, you haven't aligned yourself why this is important, why you want to actually achieve this, right? So the first thing you do in any business or in any goal setting activity is to understand why you joined World Ventures, right? For me, I joined World Ventures because I was time poor. I had spent 20 years in the army. I was then working for a couple of years in the corporate world, but then, something had to give. So I was looking for something. I was looking for something that could create more time freedom for me, so I could have a business from home and not locked into a box, not have to rely on a salary, any sort of 9-to-5 job. I was really done with that. Some of you may have joined because you're broke, right? You're dead broke. You can't live from pay to pay, or you've been living from pay to pay for the last 20 years. Some of you may hate your job. Some of you may just want an extra $200, $300, $400 a month, and that will make a difference. Whereas some of you, well, after 2, 3, 5 years, you want to be making $50,000 a month. So understand and know why you joined World Ventures, because the reason why you joined World Ventures is the thing that will take you to your long-term goals in World Ventures. And if your long-term goal is to be an international marketing director like myself, then set that as a long-term goal, a realistic, futuristic goal that this is where you want to be in 2020 or 2022, whatever it is, okay? So knowing where you are now and knowing where you want to be, there's a great big gap in between. And my job and the leader's job is to help you close that gap and help you on that path from one line to another, okay? So the way we do that is we use goals, right? Setting goals. Now, there are 5 elements of what we call SMART goals. Now, your business depends on your ability to set and achieve these goals, right? So the acronym for SMART is S is for specific, M, measurable, A, attainable, R, relevant, T is time-based, right? So you want to make sure that we set these SMART goals, these milestones. So we want to be as specific as we possibly can be within the time frame so we can actually achieve what it is. And then we need to follow through, right? So I've got a screenshot here of Brian Tracy's SMART goals, right? So specific, you need to write down clearly what you want, like clear, concise goals, right? So if you want to be IMD within 2 years, you write that down as a long-term goal. If you want to be director by the View, you write down that as a long-term goal, right? If you want to earn $5,000 a month by the end of the year, you've got to be as specific as you possibly can be, and you write these down, right? M is measurable. It's the ability to track your progress. Now, the way we track our progress is we set long-term goals, short-term goals, and mini goals or daily goals, and I'm going to go through that shortly, right? And what you do is you are keeping track of this. So when I set target goals for my team, I set them on Sunday, right? And that's why I'm doing this today. Set them on Sunday. They give me their goals for the week, right? And then we measure their progress throughout the week. So on Wednesday, you know, they may have wanted to get 2 cycles, right, by the end of the week. So I check in on them on Wednesday and find out where they're at and know that they've still got 3 or 4 days left to achieve that goal, right? So you need to be able to measure it. I would have some sort of visual tool, right, a whiteboard or a notebook, right, and, you know, start achieving that now, right? So A is for achievable, setting challenges, but make sure that they are achievable goals, nothing too ridiculous, like I want to be IMD next week. Like if you're not even qualified, that's not going to happen, right? So it needs to be realistic, right? And you want them to push you outside your comfort zone, right? You want them to challenge you right now, okay? So relevant, the goal needs to set within your overall life plan. So it needs to be relevant to what you're actually doing and what your long-term goal is, right? Timely, you need to set a date for when you want to achieve this, right? So if you don't have this down as, you know, if you want to achieve RMD by this time next year, right, you need to have the day you want to do it. So April 2020, I want to walk the stage as RMD at United in the US, right? So if you just say, I want to be RMD one day, you will always stay in the future and you'll keep moving, but so will that goal. So will that, there's no time frame, right? So you need to have a cutoff date of when you'd like to achieve it, all right? So, for example, now my long-term goal, right, mine personally was to reach the rank of IMD by 2019, right? It was also to have a team of over 20,000 people in my team, right? And to earn $50,000 per month by the year 2020, all right? It's only 2019, right? So I still have time to achieve that goal. But hey, look, if I make $40,000 a month by 2020, you know, I'm pretty happy with that, right? So these were my personal goals set last year, right? That I wanted to be IMD by 2019. I wanted to get recognized at United, right? I wanted a team of 20,000 and I want to earn 50,000 per month, right? So there I am, United 2019. I had set my goal. I had reached my target rank of international marketing director. Right, my second goal was to have a team of 20,000. Now, just on my left leg, as you can see, look at that number, right? Is that crazy or what? That's just my left leg. 20,007, right? That is amazing. So because I wrote my goals down, I had them everywhere. I had them in front of my computer monitor. I had them on my desk. I had them on my phone, in my notes, near my fridge, in my car sun visor when I pulled it down, right? My focus was, I was laser focused, right? So it was extraordinary that I achieved this. But when I looked back at it, I went, well, of course I achieved it, because what I did is I set long-term goals. I chunked it back into short-term and weekly and daily goals, right? And that's what we're going to do for you right now, guys. Okay, so take notes. Take notes. Senior reps and above, you should be doing this to your team as well. Okay, so this is about you. Just say your long-term goal, right? It could be anything. This is related to the WV business only. Just say, for example, you would like to be a director by the View. Now, whether you go to the View in Macau, Nice in France, Pretoria in South Africa, or you go to Las Vegas in LA, irrespective, doesn't matter. Whatever rank, you could be, you want to be marketing director by then, or RMD or IMD, right? Whatever your long-term goal is, you write it down. All right, so we're just going to select 3 goals today. This one for you is for those people at senior rep, you want to be director by the View. That's the example I'll use. Then your other long-term goal is then you want to be RMD by United at 2020, right? So you want to walk the stage in front of 20,000 people in the USA in April next year, okay? And you want to earn at least $10,000 a month, right, by, January 2020 or this time 2020. Whatever it is, these are your personal goals, not mine. These are yours. So director or whatever rank you wish to be, right, you can create any long-term goals, right? But let's just keep it short. We don't want 20 goals, right? We just want to focus on the bigger picture here, okay? So once we've done long-term goals, what we do then is we chunk it down, right? Let's use the director, right? So you need to stay focused on your goal. The goal is director, which is 90 left, 90 right, and a lineage of 140, right? But for this example, I'm just going to focus on the binary, which is 90 left and 90 right, okay? And just say you want to achieve this by the View, 23rd of September, right, in Macau. So what I do is I work out from today how many days or how many weeks until the View in Macau, right? The View in Macau is 8 weeks until the View. All right, so beautiful. So 8 weeks, I've got 8 weeks to get from senior rep to director by then. So what I do is I log into my back office, I open the rank report, right, in my back office, right? I check the binary. I can see that I've got 40 on the left and 50 on the right. All I'm interested in, I don't care why they're gold or platinum because it's a mixture, right? All I need is that number. That number of 40 left has got to get to 90. The number 50 has got to get to 90 for me to hit the rank of director, right? Plus the lineage of 140, okay? So what I do is I calculate the number that I need to get to director and then divide it by the amount of weeks that are left. So 40 left and 50 right, if I divide that by 2, I want to get the platinum numbers, right? So half of that is 25, and I've switched that around, right? 20, 25, okay. So 25 left. Oh, no, that's right. I was right. Okay, so 25 left I need, and I need 20 on the right, okay, because I've just divided by 2. A platinum counts as 2 points in the binary, okay? So that means I need a total of 45 platinum sales between now and the View. So I divide 45 by 8 weeks, which means that I have to make, my target is to stay on track is 5.5 platinum sales per week. Now, they're not personal platinums, they're platinums for my entire team. I may bring in 1 platinum, however, my team will also bring in. So if your team's already bringing in 10 or 12 platinums, like, you're well and truly on your way. So everybody below you, left and right, the sales are coming from them, because those numbers are the numbers that are going to affect and change your binary, your left team and your right team. Okay, so really all I do is I say, okay, I need 5 platinums, 1 gold per week, or 6 platinums per week. So it's Monday, we start doing training, travel parties, inviting, we're doing presentations every day, right? I get to Wednesday and I've hit three platinum sales from my team. I go, excellent, I'm on track, because I know that Saturday or Sunday, you know, is the cutoff for my weekly goal. All right. And if I get only 5 sales by the week, right, then next week I have to go for 7 sales. Does that make sense? If you've only pulled in 3 sales for the week, you know that next week you're going to have to go for 8 or 9 sales, right? So this is how you keep your business on track. So now we're breaking it down into weekly goals to get those 6 sales, all right? We need to get those 6 sales. So you may want to have 3 cycles per week, because 3 cycles per week will give you $300. After the 17th, it'll bring it to $600, right? Because the compensation, the binary count will change. Maybe you want to enroll 2 personals yourself and you want to earn $2,000 this month. All right, so your short-term goals are your weekly goals, what you want to achieve. You know, for your long-term goals, you need to get at least 6 platinums, right? So, but you may also want to get some extra income on top of that, right? So we've got our long-term goal. We've worked out how many sales we need to reach our long-term goal. We now have our weekly goal of what we want to achieve from Sunday to Sunday, right? And now we break down our daily goal. All right, so in order to get those 6 sales, you know, maybe your daily goal is to get 5 to 10 connections, right? Or 5 to 10 invitations out per day. Now, it takes 10 seconds to send 1 text message. You know, when I say to people, okay, how quickly do you want to grow, fast or slow? And they go, I want to go fast. All right, let's start inviting. Let's do your top 10 list. Right? And they say, oh, let's do it in a couple of days. And then I just remind them, I say, okay, so you don't really want to make money fast, you want to do it slow. Well, actually, no, I want to do it fast. Okay, good, let's do it now. All right, so I sit with them, I work out their list, I show them, teach them and show them how to invite, we send off the text messages. So to send 5 or 10 invitations to your hot list and your warm list will take less than 2 minutes to send those text messages. It will take 30 seconds over the phone. Hey, listen, what are you doing tonight at 8 o'clock? Nothing. Why? Great. At 8 o'clock, I'm going to give you a buzz. There's something I want you to check out. It's just going to blow your mind. I'll tell you all about it at 8 o'clock. Then you send them the webinar link that I do every night, all right, to the online travel party. Or you send them to a local travel party in Auckland, in Wellington, you know, all over the Pacific, all over Asia, wherever you've got people all over Australia. All right, mini goals. Today you want to do the 5 invitations, and out of that you want to get 2 presentations. Right, that is your daily goal. Part of your everyday goal should be 30 minutes of personal development. Right, so that could be, you know, reading a book, anything that related to business or the way you think, mindset. It's all about developing your mind. 80% is psychology, 20% is strategy. Right. So a lot more people in WV need to do personal development. A lot of people are posting quotes and stuff online, but they're actually not doing what they're posting, right? They just see a cool picture with a cool quote and they just post it. But if they actually read it and implemented what they just posted, we would see a massive difference in their binary, right? That's when I know that some people are spending more time on social media than they are actually in their laptop. You're spending more time on your phone than you are in your laptop. You need to get off your ass and you need to get to work, right? So get off social media, stop wasting people's time in chat groups, right? And get into YouTube. Type in Marcus Setter, subscribe to his channel, subscribe to, you know, Sashan's, Matt Morris's, Jefferson's, Dave, Stavros, George Georgiou, right? All of the IMDs, Emphasini, people that you want to model. Right? Select 2, 3, 4, 5 different people. See the different things that they're doing. And really they're doing the same strategies. It's just the way that they think, and they have a mentality of abundance as opposed to scarcity. So they are taking that winner approach. all right? They know, they have this belief in the company, the product, and themselves. And every day they are tuning their mind muscles, just like when you go to the gym. You're working that fat off your butt, right? You're going for a run, you're going for a ride, you're walking the dog. All that crap is leaving your body, right? And you're getting healthier and stronger. This is the same thing. You need to get your mind clear and strong and focused, because this is changing the life of your team, changing the life of your family, changing the life of you, right? And making a massive difference to people. So it's very, very important to do either read 10 pages of a personal development book. There are thousands out there, right? Subscribe to the Advantage program, either $20 a month or $5 a month. Listen to the boot camp audios that you just got, but make sure every day, either in the morning or at night, you're reading your goals, right? And you're doing some sort of personal development. Now, let's talk about the power of the top 10 list. All right, so you've got your invites out. You've just enrolled somebody, or somebody in your team has enrolled somebody, right? You're going to do a top 10 list with them, right? So 1 + 1 = 2, right? Well, not always. It could equal 10. 1 + 1 could equal 20, right? But one person with one list, right, could mean 2 enrollments. One person with a top 10 list of their closest people, the people that love them, believe them, and trust in them, right, that gives you now 10 new prospects to present to on their behalf. If they enroll 2 people, you now have 2 top 10 lists. So you now have 20 prospects. I see people all over Facebook just pulling people off the street, just hit and miss, trying to cherry pick, right, random strangers off the street because they got a blue sign. That's going to take 100, 200 people before you even get them into a room, right? You need to go through your hot and warm lists. You need to build relationships with people online before you start poaching them, right? Some of you are just, just kicking around hoping that someone's going to just say yes, straight up, right? A total stranger. It is more effective to work on the people that you've already got in your downline, right? And work with them. Start at the bottom of your binary, see who's new, connect with them, and ask them for their top 10 list, and sit with them and work through their top 10 list. That gives you now 10 new people to prospect. 2 people will give you 20 people to prospect, and those 20 people should bring anywhere between 2 and 4 sales. Now, 4 people join, there's 4 new lists of 10. So there's now 40 new prospects. Oh, this is just beautiful. When I worked this out 2 years ago, oh my God, my life changed, right? 8 new sales. 8 new sales bring in 80 new people, 80 new prospects for you to present to, right? And you're following these up. That brings 16 new sales. 16 new members bring you another 10, right? There's another 100 people, 100 prospects, 100 hot prospects, not cold prospects, 100, right? 32 new sales brings you 320, hits senior rep. 64 brings 640 new prospects, hits director. And then it just goes on. So guys, the power of the numbers. Numbers are everything. I never used to be green, right? I do love numbers though, I must admit, because that's why I've traded Forex and commodities for the last 4 or 5 years, right? Because I love trading. I love financial markets. I love the numbers, right? Because numbers work. Compounding interest. I love that. I love saving, and I love the power of compound interest. I love the power of this. This compounds. But unless you do this, then you can still just walk the street and hope that someone pays attention to your blue sign, right? But the power of just one person's top 10 list gives you 10 prospects. 2 enrollments gives you 20 new prospects. 4 enrollments gives you 40, and so on. So really pay attention to that, okay, guys? So once you're in your binary, you need to inspect what you expect, right? Inspect what you expect. Mike Cassetta covers this in detail, right? So what you want to do is open your binary. Some of you, your binary may just look like this. You may just have 2 on the right, right? So here, the little red indicates that it's a personal sale, right? So I've enrolled that first person on the right, and the one underneath them is either spillover from someone above me, or that person above me has just enrolled someone, right? So you start a fire by building from the bottom up. So what you do is you contact the people from the bottom of the binary. Don't worry about the people that are still sleeping up the top, right? Let them be, right? You know, just let them sleep, right? If they haven't done anything for the last 6 months, they probably let them do it. When they're ready to wake up, they're ready to wake up. Some of you are picking up your chickens, right, that are asleep, throwing them in the air and hoping that they're going to turn into an eagle. You know, can you have a visual of that, right? Picking up your chickens, trying to throw them in the air and hope that they're going to turn into an eagle. Just let them peck, 1 peck at a time, right? Eventually they'll get full and then they'll take off, right? And when they do, you better be ready for them, right? So what you want to do is the first member, you fast start the first member. You have to fast start the first member in the first 24 hours. There are so many people that are joining. When I message them a week or 2 later to welcome them in, you know, because their leaders, I'm assuming, has messaged them and welcomed them and fast started them, I find out that they haven't even downloaded the goddamn Dream Trips app, right? How can you expect people to be successful if they haven't downloaded the app? The first 24 hours, download the app, sit with them, write their top 10 hot list, and teach them and show them and role play how to invite. Because you're going to present for them, or you're going to invite them to a webinar, a travel party, right? You're going to enroll them for them, and you're going to train them, right, until they have the confidence to do it themselves. If you don't have the skill, don't worry, you pass it up to the upline, right? Treat every new person that's at the bottom of your binary, treat them like they're going to be your #1 star, that they're going to be your top earner. Treat them like they're your new IMD, right? Not just another binary filler, right? You've got to treat them with love, right? I love my team. I would go to the moon and back for my team, right? I love them as much as I do my children, because they're a huge part of my business. They're a huge part of my life. And that's why I'm so connected with so many of them, right? Because I genuinely care about them and I want them to succeed, all right? So inspect what you expect. Have a look at the binary, particularly senior reps and above. You should be doing this every Sunday. Every week you should be in the binary fishing. Who has got 3? So log into the binary, click on the next person. You'll see that they've got 3 active. And you go, oh my life, they've been in for 4 months. They only need 1 more person to be qualified. So pick up the phone and give them a ring. Who is close to 6? Who just got all their money back? Who is in grace? Grace you can indicate by the little orange dot next to their name, okay? So if it's got a little orange dot next to the name, you know that they've missed their payment. So just give them a quick tingle, ring them up and say, hey, has your card expired? Right? Do we need to fix up your account? Any issues, any problems? Right? So, you know, you're making money off these people. So pick up the phone, just don't be impersonal. Send them a text message, ring them up and say g'day. Get to know your people, right? When people know that you care about them, they will give you so much, right? Find out who's close to the next rank. You may have a senior rep or someone that's going for senior rep, they may be 28 left and 41 right. And you go, oh my God, you only need 1 more sale. Let's get that today for you. Who can we ring today to get you to senior rep today? Let's do this, right? But you're not going to know this, guys, unless you are actually in there clicking the binary, going up 1 level, up 1 level, up 1 level, right? You're going to love doing this shit. I love this shit, right? Find out how many cycles they have. If you can see that they only need 1 more sale to get a double cycle of 300 US or later 600 US, I would be definitely on the phone. I'd go, you know what? You only need 1 more sale. Put in your mama or a bummer. I don't care who you put in, but what's 600 US bucks? That's 700 and what, 60 Aussie dollars. Right? That is going to make a massive difference. If people make $1 in the month, guess what? The retention rate is increased 70%. Right? If they make nothing, well, then it's the opposite. Get into the binary, go to the reports, have a look at who is booked in for the next event. So if you took 5 people to New Caledonia boot camp, you definitely want to take 6 people to the View, right? You want to always be taking one more than you took the previous event. If you've got nobody at the event and you haven't booked the event, well, there you go. You have to book the event. You book your ticket. Remember, directors and above, you get $100 off the ticket. So find out in your team who deserves a discount to the View, right? If you have other directors in your team that aren't going, use their access to buy your person that's full on in action, give them a discount, right? Then book a one-way flight if you can't afford the return, right? You'll figure out how to get home later, right? Then all jump in a hotel room together. Just make it happen. You know, I've had teams that are sleeping in the airports, teams that have only booked one way, right, because they didn't have the money to come back, that have only eaten McDonald's Happy Meals because they had no money while they were there. People that slept at the airport every night because they didn't have accommodation, right? So make it happen. What you lack in talent, you're going to make up in activity. I've got people in the team. You know, I'd like to put a big shout out to Patty and in Sydney, who is all senior rep, right? Always, every weekend, every week, doing travel parties. That chick is working her butt off. Tamali, our crazy Samoan warrior from New Zealand, that chick is constantly in action. Always, never complaining, right? People join, people quit. People come in, people quit. People say they're going to come to their travel parties. They don't show up. Do those girls give up? No, they just book another travel party, right? So what you lack in talent, you're going to make up in activity, and it's going to happen, all right? So remember, the true test is not having a good plan, guys. It's actually working that plan. So you've got to get excited. We have got the greatest goddamn product on the planet. Everybody wants it. We owe it to the human race to show this to them, right? So once you hit your weekly, daily, long-term goal, celebrate that. Celebrate with your friends. Do a post. Go, yes, I just got 3 cycles. Like you'll see on some of the bigger team pages, right? We recognize people that just got 3 cycles. We recognize people that just got 2 sales, right? People love this recognition, and the upline celebrating the downline, right, is beautiful, right? It makes them feel good. It gives them more confidence, and they want to go out and do it again. And always stay focused. Keep your eyes on your prize. Time freedom, financial freedom, more time with your friends, more money, maybe a private jet, maybe a Lamborghini, maybe a nice big fat diamond ring, right? Maybe the title of IMD, maybe the money that comes with IMD, right? Whatever it is, but keep your eye on the prize. And the 3 main rules is pay attention, get excited, never quit, right? Pay attention is paying attention to right now, what I'm teaching you right now. The reason I'm teaching you this is because of the success in my team. I have 3, almost 4 IMDs in my downline, right? NMDs, RMDs, tons of marketing directors and senior reps, right? And many more coming, right? I will never quit because I'm loyal. I love this company. It's in my blood. I can't think of anything else I'd rather do. Plus, I'm unemployable. I haven't worked for 4 years. Who's going to hire me now, right? There is no way I could get back. I could lose my entire team. I could lose $20,000 and go right down to 1 personal. I would still not quit. I would still not go and get a job. I would just go and build it again. You know, many of you know 18 months ago, I was very close to IMD. I was 20 platinum sales off IMD 2 years ago, 18 months ago. We had a tsunami over here. We lost a lot of people, right? But I held on tight to that coconut tree. I went from close to IMD all the way back down to marketing director, right? But then I made a decision. I dusted myself up. I got out of my pity party and I went, man, let's get back to work. I know what I need to do. We just need to invite more people, create my list, rebuild, right, and do it. And then I went from marketing director to IMD in 6 weeks, right? Because I made the decision and I just put my head down and my ass up and I focused on why I was doing this in the first place. So guys, you need to imagine yourself on stage at the View in 2019 as a director, as a marketing director, as an RMD, as an IMD. And imagine your team in that crowd looking up at you going, oh my God, I want to be like Ariata. I want to be like Claire. I want to be like Paul. I want to be like Patty. I want to be like Tamale. I want to be like Kyle. I want to be like Glinda. I want to be like Maria, right? I want to be like Jordan. I want to be like Kelvin. I want to be like Rose, Imelda, Arnold, Uploader, Mata, Vienna. You know, I want to be like these guys. I want to be like Audrey, the mum of four. Man, RMD, mum of four. And she's still doing this, right? You've got to see it in your mind's eye, guys, before you see it on stage. So you hit that rank twice. One, when you visualize you seeing this, but you only get toward it by taking action, by setting the goals that I set for you, by setting your own goals and going back and rewatching the video to write down the strategy, right? And just making a conscious decision that your life is never going to be the same. It's going to be exactly like this. You will be IMD. You will go IMD. It's inevitable. If you never quit, it is inevitable. Some people do it fast. Look at Glenda Vatiati Gianni. They did it in 2 years. Some people take longer. I took 4 years. Efrosini took 10 years. You know, some people do it for the pin. Some people do it for the money. Some people do it for the love, for the people, whatever your reason. My job is to help you get there. It feels good, let me tell you. Now, the next, you know that every night we've got a webinar. I'm doing a webinar every night until the 17th of August, right? I'm also going to Sydney and Brisbane in the next couple of days to smash this out because I want people to join for $99, right? And then when the titanium comes out, that $99 is a down payment for an upgrade to titanium. You think the commissions are good now? You wait till the commissions come out in titanium. I explained it on my webinar tonight, right? So invite people to the webinars every night. Invite them to the New Zealand travel parties, to the Melbourne, Sydney, Brisbane travel parties, right? And then in August, the 24th and 25th, get on to WV Australia, WV New Zealand, Oceania, Pacific Mac, wherever you are. Go under the events tab and register you and your team's ticket, right, under the Monster Training event, right? So it's done by the IMDs in Melbourne, in Sydney, in Brisbane, and in Auckland, right? And that's where you'll be with me and Efrosini and the other leaders, Michael, and we'll teach you all the skills, right? And we'll help you build this, okay? So pay attention to what I just taught you, implement it, share it with your team, senior reps and above. You should be doing this every Sunday to Sunday with your teams, with your leaders. Look for leaders, and then midweek you check on them. You keep them accountable. All right, guys, I hope you learned some stuff from this. I want to do some training with you guys every couple of days, right? So just tune into this. Till then, invite people to tonight's webinar. Thanks again for joining, and I will see you guys at the training. All right, guys, have a great day. Ciao.